Welcome back to FM Jeeping. My name is Mark, and today we're going to be putting a bed in a express van to make a tow camper van. Alright, I'm back for another video. Hopefully this is first of many, but we'll see what happens. We're going to be putting a bed in the tow camper. Alright, let's talk design. So I don't really have one in mind per se. There are a couple of requirements. One is that I want it to be able to flip up. I saw somebody with a very similar van do something very similar. I like the idea of that because if I can flip the bed up, I can still use the van as kind of like my everyday, you know, if I have to go pick up an engine, pick up parts or something bulky, tires and stuff, I could still put the tires in and have all the room in the world. The other part of my design is that I want it on the passenger side, or driver's side, sorry, because the bed will come out to roughly about here. It's about 38 inches. I'm going to make it so it sits about 6 inches off the wall to make room for the thickness of the mattress, and then have it pivot down and give me a lane to kind of walk through over here, as well as give me areas to kind of put some storage and stuff here, with me trying not to get more off the wall than the tire well here, because I still want this area here with the bed up and the cabinets in to be able to store stuff or pick up tires, engines, and stuff like that. That's what we're working with. That's kind of the constraints currently. So let's dive in and see what happens. All right, so here's where I'm at. I welded a tube at the very end. I think it's like 11.5 inches, because that seems to be the height to the top of where this tube is going to run. I'm going to tack this in to this pillar here. Then I can weld all the way around it. I'm going to weld in a support once I get everything dialed in and get a nice measurement. So there'll be a support there, and then I'm going to do a support at the very end. So that way it's horizontally supported and vertically supported. Then I can start kind of fabbing up the bed and the pivot thing. I do plan on having hinges in 3 spots, so that way the bed can fold up against the wall when I'm not using it. I'm also still have a little bit of overhang, which is going to be perfect. Literally, I have the area in between the wheel wells to work with, which is exactly what I want. And I should, for the most part, have enough head height so the bed will go, for the most part, against the wall. I got everything mocked up pretty good. Fitment's pretty good. Everything's within kind of a half a degree of each other, so for the most part, I think I'm pretty much leveled out. I'm going to go ahead, I think I'm just going to tack this in for the most part in case I need to move the van around or stop where I'm at. But I'm going to tack this in, and then I'm going to start working on the bed portion. Alright, so now that I'm pretty happy with how this is, I'm not going to burn it in just yet, just in case I have to scrap everything. But I am going to cut these to 75 inches and then cut the pieces I need in between so I can frame out the bed. All right, new day. I had to get more material. I thought I had enough, but I guess the gauge I had was like much thicker, way overkill for this project, so I went and got some more. So I'm going to cut it to length. I believe current spec is going to be 28.25 across, and then I have the smaller, I don't even know what this is. I think this is 3/4. I'm going to use that as a, I think I'm going to use that as a north-south spine. And yet that might be overkill, but we'll see what happens. All right, so I'm all done. Got everything all welded up, fairly cleaned up. Pretty happy with it. Now I just gotta figure out the hinges, which should be here hopefully tomorrow. Then I also gotta figure out the drop down legs that I'm gonna do. All right, so here we are. The frame is fully welded. The van side frame is tacked in a good spot. I got some hinges. These are gate hinges rated at about 300 pounds a piece. Hopefully they'll hold me for an extended period of time. It should. I don't plan on gaining that much weight. But here's the whole the premise. So now the bed flips up out of the way, and if I designed it right, when it is in the upright position, there's enough space between the pivot point down here and the thinnest part of this whole wall here, which is right at the end of my finger there at that little rib, is about 5.5 6 inches, which is roughly the thickness of my mattress. So it will actually push, the mattress will push against the wall, push against the bed, and add a little bit of resistance. So when I push this across, it shouldn't, or push it up, it shouldn't vibrate. But now the mattress and the bed are out of the way. I do plan on skinning the top of this side and the frame with some thin plywood. I'm not sure on the thickness just yet. The next thing I'm gonna work on is the drop down legs. Currently right now, it's sitting perfectly flat. Very happy with it. I actually put the mattress on and sat in it. Feels pretty good. It does sink down where the plywood is not. But the next thing I have to figure out is the legs. So right now this is just propped up. It's literally just stuck up and down. All right, so for the legs, here's what I plan on doing. This is just a mock-up of what I'm thinking of doing. If you think about it, this is the bed frame. I'm gonna have it so the legs, when it's riding up against the wall and it's not in bed mode, I can mount the legs through pin it so it's level with the bed. So if you think about it, the legs are going to be kind of run parallel with the frame. Okay. Then when it goes into bed mode, I could then unpin it, and it drops into place. I put a pin through here or whatever to hold it in place, and I'm good. It's only 2 pins for either legs that I'm going to run, and I should be good to go. Quick setup and a quick put away. I'm just going to play around with a couple more designs. As you see, I kind of notched the edges off this steel tubing, and I think I went a little bit too far because honestly, like the way I see it, there's like 0 interference. So I might even be able to just literally just take the little bit of the edge off, and I should have the radius clear. But I'm going to cut a couple more pieces. We'll test it. All right, so I'm going to kind of pivot here. I'm not very happy with how the legs came out with the fold away and everything. That option, more so my kind of fabrication on the overall project. So instead, we're going to go with the prefab route. So I got these off Amazon. These are folding table / couch legs. If these work, I'll post them in the description, but basically it's a locking leg. Once it locks in place, there's just a little button that pivots it out. I believe these are good for about 200 pounds per leg, so if I have 2 legs, should be well within the range. So now I just have to figure out how I want to mount these up, and the trick is I want them to, sit below the bottom of the bed or above the bottom of the bed, so you can't really see them when they're tucked away. So I'm going to go ahead, try to find a way to mock these up, and we'll go from there. So I know I'm jumping around, but you know, I'm kind of just fabbing on the fly here. So here is everything kind of fully mocked up. The legs are in. I am beyond ecstatic with how they came out. I have a slightly heavier flat stock here, which should support the weight and also keep it flat. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch this in. This is still fully reclinable, and I can put that down. And what's nice about this is now this leg does not protrude past the bottom of the bed. So when it's hidden or when it's up against the wall, I have nothing sticking out besides obviously the frame of the bed. So yeah, I think we are ready to final weld everything, and then the fun part comes with painting it. All right, so the frame's all painted. As you can see, the wood is cut, it's put on. I did test fit it, it seems to be pretty good. Then I'm ultimately gonna paint the wood black so it blends in a little bit more. And to be honest, I might even go get some speaker carpet and kind of put that on the bottom just to kind of soften the texture a little bit. And but we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. The inner frame that's in the van is painted and drying right now. I did test fit everything worked really well. So in the past I've kind of made projects go way too long, so we're just going to jump into the final product. Here it is. Now I'll provide links for the bed and the hinges that I used in the description down below. Let's see this thing real time. So when I'm camping, doing whatever I'm doing, this is what the bed will look like. It's kind of you know, this is the sleep version. I plan on putting like a cabinet or a shelf thing right here, really not have it protrude out much further than the wheel well, so I will always have a lane to kind of get through here. But when I want or need to use the van for kind of around the house, go pick things up from Home Depot, go pick up, you know, big parts or things like that, I'll have the space in between the wheel wells when I put the bed up like this. Then I will then fold the legs up, and I have all the space right in the middle of the van. I plan on putting some cables or something up here. I haven't quite figured that out yet to kind of hold the bed in place, but that's kind of that's not like a deal breaker for me. I'll figure it out. I do also plan on putting a piece of wood on the other side of the main support that's welded into the vehicle, but I want to do like a battery setup or a heater under here first before I finalize all that stuff. Another cool feature about this is if I ever need to remove this main section, it's held in with one safety clip, or actually two safety clips, one on each end, and then two hinge pins. I pull this hinge pin out, both sides, the whole thing comes out. So I definitely did not come up with this idea. I actually stole this idea from another channel called Cycle Cruiser, who had a very similar kind of build goal like mine. Something that he can use as a van, carry around his bikes, go on trips, but still be able to camp comfortably and have some, you know, some functionality, but very utilitarian. And that was ultimately the goal here. This is first and foremost a tow van that I can camp in. That's really it. I don't need all the crazy, you know, amenities that my house has, but I do want to be able to, you know, camp fairly comfortably. If it gets cold, I can turn on the heat. If it rains, I'm protected, that type of thing. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those down below. We'll catch you on the next one.